5 most common preaching mistakes. Number 5. This is a really important one. Really, really important. So listen closely to me on this one. Many preachers write sermons for other people, but don't have a study of the Word of God outside of writing sermons for other people. In other words, we don't cultivate enough our own devotional life, our own prayer life. We don't allow God enough room in our own lives to meet our own deep and profound needs. And each and every time we go to the biblical text, it's for a sermon for other people. It's to find material for other people. We don't feed our own souls and we don't feed our own spirits. We don't eat the Word of God into our own personal lives. In other words, I believe this: you can't give someone something that you don't deeply need yourself. In other words, you can try to preach to people or give people the gospel, and if you don't need it, then to me, that either hinders you or you're not able to really reach into the heart and souls of people, because people have something called a believability meter. They have a sixth sense that knows where the material is coming from. And when you have cultivated a prayer life, a devotional life, when you tithe, when you fast, when you practice the spiritual disciplines in your own devotional life, when you come to the pulpit, you bring that experience, that richness, that depth with you. And so many preachers, including myself, if I'm not very careful, will read the Bible for sermons and not for our own personal growth. And I like to say things like our sermons grow as we grow. Our preaching grows as we grow. And so I encourage you, spend time with God. I encourage you, ask God what you should preach. I encourage you, go on retreat, go on fellowship with God, have some time with God. Our preaching is really centered in our time with God. I was going to a really important preaching event where there were a lot of people who were going to be, experiencing me and my preaching. And my minister of music said something very critical to me, and he said this: it is not your preaching ability that will get you through this. It is the time that you spend with God. The time that you spend with God will get you through this experience. And that was invaluable advice. I give it to you. Spend time with God. It is one of the most common mistakes that preachers make. We ourselves don't spend enough time with God. And if you spend time with God, I assure you, your sermons will be powerful, profound, and inspiring. God bless you, and spend some time with God for your own soul.